Ty Pinkney here. Listen, invest in yourself is the name of the game. I wanted to do this video before I get out of here. This is important. So I am investing in myself. This is a daily occurrence. This is time spent focusing on me, learning, gathering information, understanding how I'm evolving, understanding what areas I need to focus on, which are most critical, which are some of the ones that I can kind of bring along. My wins, my opportunities, how I'm going to strategize moving in the next step or the next direction. What lane am I going to be in? Okay, critical stuff that you should be doing. Here's one of the things though that really got dropped on my plate this morning that I wanted to talk about. The biggest winner, the biggest loser, they're both self-made. Think about that. The biggest winner, the biggest loser. Okay? Here's what's critical to understand, especially about the biggest winner. Because the biggest winner can actually have moments in life, moments in time where they take a nosedive. The thing about them is because they spent so much time developing themselves, because they know themselves, because they know the platform, they know the environment, they know the atmosphere that they're working in, they know the climate of the industry that they're in, they can pull from everything that they've worked on, all of their past experiences, the development that they continue to invest in themselves to grow, to get better, to become smarter, to gain knowledge, and not just knowledge singularly, but knowledge in other areas that enables them to think outside the box. So for them, they may take a nosedive, and we may actually see it. And it's not that they are volunteering to take that nosedive. Sometimes they're forced into corners where they have no other choice but to actually ride that wave, and that wave takes them pretty deep. But then out of nowhere, we see that same individual, skyrocket back to the top. They're on top of their game. You see them everywhere. You see that they've made some changes. Maybe they're in a new market, new industry. Maybe they've got some new products, some new services. They're working on different projects. Whatever the case may be, that same person who we've always seen as the winner, they took a nosedive, but then they bounced back. And when they bounced back stronger than they were before, because that is the type of experience. They embrace failure. They embrace the changes that they go through. They learn. They know that when they stop changing, they're done. They're continually changing all the time. Now, on the other end, there's the loser. The loser's also self-made, just like the winner is, because listen, see, that winner, they may not have done it alone, but they made the decision to change. They made the decision to invest in themselves. They made the decision to act. The loser oftentimes will either not make the decision to act, procrastinate on making a decision, or sit back and wait for something to happen. It's like fishing. See, when I was working with people, developing people, when I worked in when I worked in retail and I was in retail leadership, my approach was I wanted all of my people to be wolves. I didn't want them to be fishermen. I didn't want them to cast their reel out and sit back and wait on things to happen. I taught them to go get after it. Okay, it didn't matter what it was. We get after it. We perform at a high level. See, you have to take that approach. When you become a loser, you've made the decision to become a loser. You're now self-made. So when you see everything around you, everyone around you growing, taking these leaps, taking these bounds, stepping out on faith, spreading their wings, and they're soaring. When you see that and you wonder why you're still in the recliner and your feet won't even come down to touch the ground for you to take that step, it's because you made the decision to do that. You're self-made. You made that choice. Take a step back. Look in the mirror. Assess where you are. Are you happy? At the end of the day, there's nobody else to blame. If you're not spending the time investing in yourself, listen. Dan Pena. So I've been doing research on him and just going through some of his seminars, listening to some of his seminars and things like that. Other people as well, but right now that's where I'm focused at. Or that's who I'm focused on, and learning from him and learning from other people as well, like I said a minute ago. Very, very assertive individual. Okay, very assertive individual. If you don't know who he is, look him up. I spend time developing me because I don't want to be caught in the back row with the people who are complacent, right? I'm not a very compliant individual. I have a hard time being led. It doesn't mean that I can't be led. I have a hard time being led because at some point I want to step into that position because at some point I'm going to work and work and work and work to catch you if you're ahead of me. But when I catch you, I'm going to make it hard for you to stand beside me, and I'm going to go past you. I'm going to work diligently, daily, every day to learn what you do, to learn what I do, to learn what they do, so that now that I've caught you, I'm going to pass you and I'm going to go catch them. But if you don't have that inside of you, wherever you are, you've made the decision to be there. So no different than me or anyone else, we all have to make a decision. We all have to determine where we want to be in life. If you're happy with where you are in life because you worked so hard and now you're in your 30s or 40s and you're ready to retire and this, that, or the other, you go right ahead. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't end there. You've got to keep going. For me, I'm going to keep going, right? When I see people around me who I know and they're my age, and they're all gaining weight, and they're all sitting back and drinking and this, that, or the other, I don't have time for that. I gotta move. It's not that I don't love you, it's not that we're not cool, it's just we're on different paths. I gotta go. You see, I learned something from the things that I've been through, and those things have taught me how to go to the next level. And I might bump my head at the next level, but that's okay. I'm okay bumping my head because I'm going to learn from that. I'm going to keep on going, and every time I bump my head, I'm going to get up, put a Band-Aid on it. Sometimes the blood might be leaking from the wound, but I'm still going to run. Sometimes I might even have a bone that's fractured. It doesn't matter. I'm going to keep on going. But until you get that mindset that you let nothing stop you from getting to where you're going, you're going to always be sitting there looking in the mirror wondering why the scene hasn't changed. The scene hasn't changed because you keep staying in the same lane. You got to get out of that lane, move into a different lane. If it means you got to take a step back, then take a step back. You're in control of the wheel, baby. You are. You're in control of the wheel. Just like I'm in control of the wheel. Just like the people you see way up here, they were in control of the wheel too. It doesn't mean you can't have support. You're driving. I can be in the passenger seat. Your mentor, your coach can be in the passenger seat. Hey, you got to make a right up here. You got to make a left up there. You're saying, oh, but I want to get over there. Cool. But according to this navigation, and according to all of this here, we got to go this way. This is the fastest way. This is the best way. If we go that way, we're going to run into things that we can avoid. We don't need to go that route. Let's go this route. Get a team, get a mentor, get a coach. More importantly, make a decision. Get off the couch. I'm tired. I got to get out of here. Later.